Countdown to live in 30 seconds.
Martin been sitting on that movie for 20-some years. Somebody talked about it and was like, that's one of the best movies he's ever done. But nobody wanted to pick it up. And Jordan Peele heard about it.
And I know if Peele put his little remix in it, that bit finna be crazy. I want to see that in the Mission Impossible. I ain't too big on sci-fi, but
keep the damn Final Destination.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that.
I don't
either,
need no
too.
Candyman neither.
That's the reason why I can't drive.
Candyman was in
I
it.
can't drive behind nothing with no shit on the back of the truck now.
Nobody do that.
As soon as I see something in front of me, oh no. Switch these lanes.
Hopefully my internet service is not tied down by students, which probably won't be. Yeah, they're gone. You know what it says? Excellent connection. That's what it says.
Oh, they be stealing your Wi-Fi?
Bro, when I checked my fucking servers, I had over 150 people signed into my Wi-Fi. Why?
That's it.
And the names, like the random names, like I don't know y'all people. But they come over here and they would just let them use the Wi-Fi for free.
Hey, can you use your Wi-Fi?
What is happening?
I think he's trying to find sinless.
No. Oh, we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, shit.
About to go live. We
About to represent.
Welcome
Yo.
to the Red Room Empire Podcast. Because good is evil. And evil is good.
What you say now?
Brother Johnson, but daddy got a piece of $2 ass. He enjoyed that $2 ass.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, who brought tacos and tequila?
Yep.
Stacey's name is Guadalupe.
God
This
damn.
But you said Giancarlo? You
Carlos.
Giancarlo? Juan Carlo.
Jesus.
What's your name, Pay? Your Spanish?
Ramon.
Pamela.
Pamela. My name's Jeff.
Jimenez.
My name's Jeff.
Jeff.
Brown.
My name's Jeff.
Jimenez Brown.
Jimenez Brown.
What's your name, Trav?
I'm going to go by Hector.
Hector.
Named after the dude that played Hector in
Every movie that I know. you're talking
Every
about.
movie.
Every movie, Hector.
Like Juan Guzman.
Hello, my name Hector.
I want to be Esposito. Guadalupe Esposito.
Guadalupe Esposito. You got it. She has been deemed Guadalupe Esposito. Him.
Sound like a mob boss.
Him.
And I know my name for next year.
What's your next name?
The Great Conjolio.
Oh.
Bang,
Bung Holio.
Deeply from my bone.
What's that? Beavis and Butthead?
Beavis and Butthead.
Wow, that's so throwback.
Oh, y'all old as
I ran into two motherfuckers that looked like Beavis and Butthead one time.
Nigga.
They worked in a gun shop. Pissed me the fuck off.
Made you mad as soon as you seen him.
Shut up, Beavis.
I don't care what nobody say. Those make for great goddamn
Did you
memories.
see them as older parents with children? And they
yeah.
got into like a fight?
I saw that shit.
That shit was funny as hell.
Hit him. Like, what's up?
They're
That
real
shit was so
people.
fucking
They
funny.
were made after two real guys.
Bro, I seen them on
They was the
Saturday Night
motivation.
Live. Look
Bro,
just
they
like
did
them.
that shit when they was when they was doing the election shit. And
They
Keenan
look
was like,
exactly like
you
them.
have somebody sitting right behind you, look like Beavis. The lady's like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Then they pan the camera over this
Look
motherfucker sitting there looking
exactly
like,
like
they just,
this motherfucker.
And the other guy looked like
and the dude said, he said,
Looking like Kellyanne
he was
Conway.
like, he was like, who, me? Oh, like, yeah,
Don't nobody know who she is. Don't nobody know. I know who she is. I know that motherfucker. The greatest liar of the century.
Go live.
The female Beavis.
Listen, Kellyanne know how to lie ass up out of some shit. That was Trump fixer once upon a time.
All right, what we got going? All right. Go ahead, Tony. Give us.
Tony back in the building.
What's happening, good people? How y'all doing this day? For great Cinco de Mayo. Be back in this thing. We gonna get straight to it because we trying to get in and out of here and get straight to these drinks.
Tequila.
We want to do some adulting too. So we're gonna start on the left hand side for everybody giving their introduction and saying hello.
everybody. It's your girl Pam.
Hey y'all, big stays.
Don't forget.
What's happening?
I thought we were doing it. That
Your
didn't.
boy, Mr. Tony T, aka the famous Mr. Nobody.
Wait, today I'm Guadalupe Esposito.
Guadalupe Esposito.
Yeah, si, senora.
My name's Jeff.
But you can call him Jefe.
Iffy, man.
El Jefe, yeah. There we go. What's your name, El Jefe? El Diablo Negro.
El Negro. El Grande Negro.
El Pollo.
El Pollo Tropical.
My name is Manuel Bartholomew Marquez.
This motherfucker said Bartholomew.
Yes.
Oh.
Look, hold up.
Yeah, he got
In
mixed
honor of Cinco de Mayo, how you have a red-headed Mexican named Saul
Saul?
Canelo Alvarez?
Oh.
I'm leaving it there. Okay.
It happens.
You're a ginger Mexican.
Pretty
He was
much.
like shit.
Pretty much.
He's a ginger Mexican.
Knock your ass out, too.
El
Yeah,
Pollo
yeah,
Loco.
yeah.
Yeah, but I hope that fight on September 12th is something
he's one
because
of those
both of them
boxers
look
I
shitty
do
in their
not.
last
I do
fight.
not mind watching Canelo box. He do his thing. He's almost like how what's the one that Manny Pacquiao lost to twice? Manuel
Marquez.
Marquez. I didn't mind watching him.
That's why he picked
Them
his
bitches
name.
to thump.
Loco Kika.
But yeah, we back at it, people. Pam, go ahead and give us that topic, please.
So tonight we're talking about choice versus responsibility. Who really decides parenthood?
We got
So we're kind of talking about gender equality, parental rights, child support, and reproductive decision making.
It was all based off that video that Tony had sent. Anybody? Hold on.
I
Let me
didn't
see if I
see
could
it.
get it to play.
I don't think I seen
It was pretty, it was crazy. It was crazy.
With the two women?
Yeah, and he asked a question.
It's on there. Read it.
Send it in the group thing, like the video, or you just read it.
I think it'll play for me. There you go.
If a woman can choose not to be a mother, should a man be able to opt out of being a father financially and legally if he states he doesn't want the child?
That was the video, and it was crazy to watch the woman's response.
You got
Let's
it?
find the video.
Yeah, I got the video. Hold on, let me see
You're
if
just
I
trying to
can
get it
pull it up
played.
on the phone.
Run that
And
shit.
what made it more kind of to the point was when he asked the question, the first woman who answered, she was like, yes. Then when he was like, well, what about you? And she's like, what do you mean?
There you go.
Should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
No, I don't know. But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say, why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He can sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
He is legally bound by child
to be
support.
honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right? Yes or no?
We spend so
You're
much
right, she
time
can't even
talking
give an
about a
answer.
woman's
Can't even
choice.
answer.
Right, but the man doesn't have one.
My only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
So
But
that's
what it is.
that's
Yeah.
crazy work.
But
That's
if
a
it,
good
but
point.
listen, if old girl wasn't standing right there calling her on that shit,
Yeah.
the video would have went completely different.
Yeah.
Left.
And like when she hit her with,
But
is
do
that
you
fair?
think you-
Like,
yeah.
do you think it's right? And she just laughed.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
We've had this conversation on several occasions where a chick would sit there and just kind of laugh or kind of like, I don't want to answer that. It's like, no, like you can't be one-sided on that shit. Like, it is what it is.
I think it's right. They do have a choice because the woman is stuck with the child. So you can't make a man be a father. He can just disappear and you have to be stuck with the baby.
No.
Yes, he can. He can
They just-
literally He can literally just disappear and you stuck with it.
No, they changed the law.
Point.
Well, first of all, they just changed the law in Florida. I don't know about other states, but DeSantis just signed into law. A woman can collect child support from the moment she finds out she is pregnant.
But
there's no proof, no amniocentesis. Yeah, because they're gonna garnish his wages. He got a social. He got his name. They can find him. They will garnish his wages. I know men that won't work. I know a lot of niggas became DJs because that's something they pay under the table, so they don't.
You mean
have to
he can still be financially responsible? But when I talk about being a father,
you mean present, being present.
Yes. So the woman is whether or not he can disappear if he wants. The woman is.
She can too.
No,
she can drop that little fucker off at the fire station.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
A lot.
Brenda got a baby.
It's just not talked about, but it happens
You watch
a lot.
Chicago Fire?
In my opinion, a man can't just up and disappear. He doesn't have to be a father if he doesn't want to.
But he still had to be financially responsible.
He does. Matter of fact, there was a story.
Well, he's supposed to be.
There was a story.
You can't say that he necessarily will because
if he don't, he got
a lot of men don't pay child support.
Absolutely.
Anytime a person has to find a odd way to work around to make finances so they can dodge being charged.
Yeah.
That is not a attainable or sustainable way of living. Because ain't too many dudes unless they in the streets and they sell dope or they do some really odd shit can get around child support. If they have a legit job, your shit getting garnished.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple.
Bro.
Men can get around it.
The question is this. Should a man have the same right a woman has, being that this pro-life thing or my body, my choice thing exists? Women have the right to say, I don't want to have the kid. It's her body. Should a man have the same privilege to say, well, I don't want to have this kid. I'm letting you know now and walk away?
I think so,
believe
yes.
so.
Yeah, because even
I believe so.
I think
and
law needs to catch up with the times.
Especially if it's a conversation you had before y'all laid it down.
Because a lot of women use it to trap a man.
You remember we had this conversation before. If somebody was to
the mic. That's what I'm picking up. I'm sorry.
Or if y'all had this conversation, this dude tells you off rip, hey, look, I don't want no kids. I don't want this and the third. And he say, I'm not wearing a condom. You as a woman, he's telling you, I don't want this baby.
Women
and you say, okay, and you still lay down with him.
I don't like condoms
Both of y'all just made a decision to be reckless. That's almost like you saying, I get you don't want to have this kid. Either I'm going to take care of this shit and you ain't got nothing to do with it, or I'm going to get rid of it.
Or you going to choose this plan.
And if you choose to keep it, he told you from the jump.
But
I don't want this.
Both of you chose to be reckless.
And guess what? So he told you from the jump.
So he got to suffer the consequences of his recklessness just like I do.
But if y'all chose to be reckless, you already know the result.
If you don't want to have the baby, you can go to the clinic and
get
abort
rid of it.
And he has no say so.
He still has to pay.
Like
in a moment, a woman can say, no, I don't want the baby, but let's not use a condom. But after 9 months later, when the baby comes and she chooses to keep it or abort it, he has no say so. If she chooses to keep it, despite what they said before they had sex, he still has to pay.
Y'all had an agreement before this, and you changed your mind after the fact.
They even doing it to the homosexuals. It was a girl yesterday. The gay girl was with a gay woman.
Signed a birth certificate.
The mama, the baby daddy didn't want nothing to do with the baby. So the gay boyfriend, the stud, said, "I'll sign the birth certificate." The woman goes back to the man. The stud is still having to pay child support.
Welcome to the stripping game, partner.
But see that goes back to the
welcome to the stripping game.
Like you're looking at it as we both made a decision. If we both agreed not to have this child and you changed your mind, I shouldn't have to be responsible for that now.
Pull out game weak.
Plain and simple. You agreed to this shit in the beginning. You said we ain't gonna do this. We done went and bought the plan B. We done did. When we bought the plan B, you agreed to take this shit.
We even crushed it up and put it in your drink.
Why I saw this girl, right? She was at Crafty Crab eating the crab, and she said, when he sent you the abortion money.
Listen.
The bitch is at Crafty Crab.
That's fucked up.
But okay.
That's fucked up. How fucked up is fucked up?
All right.
That's fucked
so
up.
Pam, tell me this. You dealing with somebody, y'all fucking on the regular. Y'all use condoms. You're on birth control. You decide you want a baby. You stop your birth control and you don't say shit to him. You get pregnant.
Or the birth control doesn't work. That happened to my sister. Or
You get pregnant. But see, I'm going to tell you why that's different. The possibilities of it not working can happen.
It's man-made.
It can happen. At that point, that's a discussion y'all got to have. If he chose to bail out, that's kind of like, But y'all have this discussion and you know you're on birth control and y'all doing what y'all doing with the notice that, baby, I can't get pregnant. You ain't got to worry about none of that. But he didn't know you stopped. You stopped on purpose because you want a child. He still need to be responsible?
State says
I
yes.
think so.
What?
I do.
Man, you crazy.
I don't want this baby.
You crazy as batshit.
You can't. I feel like it's
We're only
not fair
doing
to
this because you
force.
said you can't get pregnant.
I don't feel
if
like
you
it's
would have told me
fair.
you can get pregnant, I'm wearing a rubber.
You lied. That's
You
a breach of
can't
contract.
force- you-
You're a
That's
liar.
really what she just did.
I think you assume the risk by having
You're a liar.
unprotected sex. And you picked her.
Well, I was shooting
You
blanks
fucking-
yesterday.
We're fucking under false pretenses. You didn't tell me you stopped taking your birth
I
control.
would like to hear what Pam had to say.
I'm just saying. I think if you have unprotected sex, you assume the risk.
That's the Tequila talking.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, so the risk is you get pregnant, right? You get pregnant. You say, I don't want this baby. He says, I do. I don't want the baby. And he says, I want the child. You don't want it, carry the term, give it to me. You can go on about your business. I want the child because 50% of that DNA is his, right?
23 chromosomes.
Will you carry the term and hand it over if you don't want it?
XY.
I don't necessarily believe in having an abortion, so I wouldn't have an abortion. But
Do you think it would be fair for a woman to say, well, I want to have an abortion. I don't feel like carrying this baby.
I can't say necessarily that it's fair, but I think she has the right to.
So, let's
Boy, if I ain't hitting
Pause.
the double
Let's
standard
switch
like
it
a
around,
motherfucker
right?
this
Yeah,
thing.
I do think this because it's her body.
right. It is her body, and
Yeah, but part of his body was in her
but
body.
Yeah.
they both made the decision to lay down and have sex, and everybody knows if
Keyword
they haven't
both.
sex, the purpose of it is to reproduce. It's not just for fun. It feels fun because our
It
main
feel
objective
good.
as humans was to
It's
was
for
supposed to populate the earth.
There's
That
a
was the
difference.
concubines
See?
that have plenty
See?
of concubines.
sir. It's for recreation,
Right.
not recreation.
We were supposed
Same word, different meaning.
populate the earth.
Put it together.
So here's the
Marinate
thing.
on that,
What's
motherfucker.
going on, people? Welcome
We
to
get to that point, right, where
This is a good one
the
tonight, y'all.
man wants to keep
we
the
just
child.
started.
The woman does not. You're telling me it's her body, it's her choice, but without him, she would never be able to bear that, like have that child. Without any type of male counterpart, being the sperm, you cannot have a child just out of thin air. You can't click your heels and be pregnant.
Zygotes, my goats.
He has a right to say, hey, I want that child. You need to carry the term because you took the same risk that you're holding me liable for because you say, well, hey, you took the risk. You was reckless. As a man, you nutted me and I have a child. I want to keep it. You don't. Too bad. You're on child support. Shouldn't it be the other way around as well?
I don't think so.
Why?
Right.
Nobody else
that.
say any
It's
word.
her body. I think if she,
It's his body too.
but she's the one who has to carry the baby and grow the baby for 9 months.
Can a woman have a child without a male's
No.
sperm? So he has to add to that in order for her to have a baby,
I
right?
think it's kind of one-sided, just like it's one-sided that a mother has to keep the child when the dad can just walk away.
That's why he's asking you the flip side.
Right. Flip it
I'm
over.
saying both of them are one-sided.
Well, damn it, bake me some cookies without water and milk, damn it.
So
What does that even mean?
I'm saying like it's not equal. It's
need
not
that
necessarily
fluid.
fair. Just like it's not
Right.
fair that a woman has to have a baby and
It
he
ain't
can
about
just
fair.
leave
Life
and you
ain't
stuck with the baby.
Absolutely.
And it's not fair
Life
for
ain't
him
fair.
that she can just get rid of the baby. It's
And
both the things are not
so-
fair.
But
And
that's what I'm asking you.
Your
Like-
answer, your answer, and the reason why we always kind of like target you with your answer because your answers always sound emotional, not logical. It don't never sound.
No, it is logical. It's just I want her to see.
But it'd be
No,
contradictory.
what I'm saying is
Right,
It's
when you
It'd be
contradictory.
contradictory.
Like it's
Both
and
are
it
not
almost
fair.
seems like it's coming off on like
I
a
think
personal take. It's not like a fair assessment. We
It
know
can't.
shit's
It
not
can't
fair,
work for you
but
when you want it to apply to
exactly.
you.
it's weird.
You can't move the goalpost when it's when it works in your favor.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
I'm
what you're
saying
doing.
I'm saying it's not fair on either side. Just like it's not fair for a guy to be able to walk away, it's also not fair that the woman could just have the abortion.
Okay.
But are we
So
talking-
I'm gonna rephrase
So
the question.
now
I'm gonna
that
ask it again. Man and woman
Bring
lay
it back,
down.
only one.
Woman's pregnant.
Say again.
The man and woman, they lay down. They agree to have sex together. Woman gets pregnant. She say, "I don't want the baby." Man says, "I want this child. I want the child." She's adamant. "I want to abort the child."
What up, Randy?
He tells her, "Give me the child when you have," because that's
I
just
understand what you're saying.
natural law. Like the woman has to bear the child. She says, "No, I'm gonna have an abortion."
Do you
Is
not
she-
think he has rights?
Yeah. Does he have a right to say carry it to term and give me the child?
No, I don't think he can make her do it.
See, not make her. Do you think he should have the right to make her carry it to term and give him the child?
In fairness, I would think that she should take what he wants into consideration, but I don't think that he can make it like. Legally.
You don't think
I don't
he
think
should
she
make
should have to.
So, all right.
So in
If
fairness,
I
she
will never
says,
call you
I
to
want the
defend
child,
me.
right? And he says, "I don't want this kid.
In any court of law.
I don't want the kid. Abort the baby. I don't want the kid." She's like, "I'm carrying it to term. I'm gonna have this child." Do you feel as though he should be responsible for child support and financial obligation of raising the child?
Yes,
Why?
I said it before. You assume the risk when you have sex.
So it comes down to your body versus his money.
It's not.
That's
that.
what I'm hearing.
It's-
That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
That's just what I think.
Okay, all right, let's switch gears. Let's switch
Articulate it, even though you're trying to articulate it the way
Yeah.
you're trying to articulate it, it summed it up to just what he said. It's because right being right and wrong being wrong, she finds the contradictory route for the answer.
Okay, let me ask y'all this question. What about
Because he doesn't have to be a father. He doesn't have to be there.
But that's
So
not
he-
what we're
he
asking
can
right now.
provide
Neither
We're
is the
asking,
mother.
Just
we're
be
asking on just a blank scale. You're speaking from it's not fair. We're talking about is it right or is it wrong?
But-
and you keep saying
at the same time,
all
I
right, yo,
feel-
you not no
At
matter
the
how
same
much you
time-
badger her, she's not gonna change. Her
we
answer.
know that.
All
That's
right,
why I
so-
want to move the fuck on.
I'm
But what-
asking- I'm about to ask a
from
question.
that thing, like just for mama say, so at the point we're saying as a father, we're telling the woman she doesn't have to be a mother, she doesn't have to be there. We're gonna take care of the student responsibility of the child. You go about your life and do what you want to do.
You got 9 months to bear this baby.
All
Once
I
you
need-
have it, hand it
all I
over.
need the baby. I put my dollar in the soda machine, get my Dr. Pepper, and go on my
That's it.
business. You gonna chill. You feel me? So
No
that's
matter
what I'm
how
saying.
much no matter how you flip it, Pam is on. She got her answer. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. What do you feel about the basketball player? Right? He just recently in the news. He got the girl pregnant. She had the baby.
Edwards.
He paid the whole child support, $5 million for the baby whole 18 years of life up front. Said, "I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with the baby. Don't ask me for nothing else."
That's dumb.
I want to
That's
know
stupid.
the full story behind that. I don't believe it
I
was.
thought it was $1
Because
million.
at the same
What if he
time,
changed his?
Yeah,
thought
he
it
threw
was
like
what?
$1 million or
was
something.
$1
Yeah, yeah,
million?
yeah.
okay, okay.
That was dumb.
Well,
That's dumb.
I know yours. You said
But
about
at the
escrow.
It was like
time,
1.8.
I saw how many
But-
kids he got. That's the only one.
Yeah, that's his first.
Cause
But
she was at the
that's
game. At the
the
game
rapper.
one time, she
Lil
was
Baby.
like, "Yeah, my baby was here, and I was happy to see me." But you
Who's
said
the
you don't
chick?
got nothing to do. I seen that. I seen that with my own two eyes.
Is she
Those are-
famous?
No, she
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
to the game. She
Yeah,
went to
he
the
was
game
there. But-
after she paid the money.
But the way he said he like celebrated the fact that my child was here to see me play and this and that don't sound
no,
like a
actually,
person.
I think Anthony got kids.
I'm just
Oh.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Is that his only child?
No,
That's why I
I
was
think he
asking.
got kids.
Well,
Because when he
she-
said my child was here to see me play, I'm thinking like that don't sound
And I
like a
also
person
think
that
she
want
did-
nothing
I
to do
think
with
she
no
was
child.
Who is
just
she?
I'm
think
trying
she
to
was
tell
just
you, the
some
rapper,
fun.
the rapper Lil Baby, you know, that's his first baby mama.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't the one that talking about he had the damn lame sex game, is it?
No, that's
Okay.
Jada Waiter he talking about. No,
Oh,
this
that
is-
Ruby Rose, wasn't it?
anyway,
Yeah, she talking about his ass.
anyway, what
Yeah.
y'all think about that? That a man just pay up front. I don't think it's ever been.
I
done before.
personally
dumb.
feel like in his mind he knew what she was about. Here you go.
Yeah, but then
Get you out the way.
why hit her wrong?
Because he's stupid. I mean,
Feels
there's no way to sit there and justify why he fucked her raw. He did it.
Yeah.
But I know what you finna try to collect. I know what you finna try to do. I'm gonna get rid of all this shit. How much you finna charge me a month?
Okay, but now, John, why'd you say that was stupid?
It's dumb because it is, right? The child support system is not designed for fathers or deadbeat dads, right? A woman can go back into that court and say her circumstances changed. The cost of living increased.
He got a new signing bonus.
He got another $200 million, whatever, and a judge will hear it. And you know why his case would be weak? Because he'd be like, well, you gave 1 point something, million dollars ahead of time, and you don't want nothing to do with the kid. The judge don't give a fuck about the dollar amount. He give more fuck about the fact that you don't want nothing to do with the kid. He's gonna make an example out of him.
But this is the thing, though. Whoever his lawyers was, nigga, they got paperwork where there's a sign. That's it. Like,
all right.
This is, and if they do go back, there's gonna be some shit they found in the loophole.
I would have to see that paperwork because, like I said,
they
any judge that sees that, he'd be like, "Oh, you don't want the kid, and circumstances changed. You're gonna have to pay."
And I think it went along. It went along with whatever conversation they was having in the front, because all that shit played in play. The text messages, the conversations, all that shit. And
I just felt as though him being a ball player, he should have went about it.
They need to have a class.
Way. What he should have done was take that bread,
Hoochie
put
Mama's
it in an
101.
interest-bearing account,
But Hoochie Mama
and just pay about a month. Pay about a month.
Young and dumb, dog.
They been
But
raised.
whatever he felt worked
But
for
the
him.
real victim in
And I
all
think he
these
didn't want
situations
he didn't want
is
that
the
back and
child.
forth.
It's the child.
So whenever she want to go back in court, you know what he gonna do again.
All right, hold on, y'all.
I feel bad for that little girl. Like,
Pam finna hit the next one.
She see that my daddy didn't want me.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
He just wanted to pay off and like fuck me. You put a number amount to just not have
Get rid of the kid. Like,
that's just like when she grow up. I hope she become the most successful individual in the world, like the president of
You
the
can wish
first
on her
president.
success.
I wish her for success for her, cause like that's some cold shit. To me.
That shit he got to bear. That's some shit he got to bear in the long run, bro.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Go ahead, Pam.
Have any of you fellas ever felt trapped in the fatherhood?
Come again?
Any of you guys
That
ever
would happen. You
felt
can't
trapped in the fatherhood?
Anyone feel trapped? Going
Almost.
once.
I got kids.
Gonna leave me hanging?
Almost.
Okay.
I got accused of being. She was pregnant already.
Use the
It ain't nothing to
pappy.
do with me.
Yeah, the pappy.
When he gonna come on here and take it? Nah, that ain't my baby.
Damn.
Yeah, my baby, shut up.
I'm sorry. I love kids. Trust me.
I've
I love
had
them
children.
before.
I have-
So
I've
in
had
that case,
kids,
were
but
you
I don't do that.
I'll be there like the Michael
not
Jackson
can't get
song.
right, but can't come right?
And she was already pregnant when I met her.
Yeah,
Can't come on.
It's the
honestly,
delusion for me.
Corey and John don't know what to speak to. They the only ones that help with kids.
I was.
Well, I ain't never had no
I found mine on the
spades baby.
steps.
I ain't had no spades baby. It was no 3 and a possible, 2 and a possible. I mean, like, I know where I was at, and I don't feel like I was trapped into it.
You know what you was doing.
I knew what I was
Exactly.
doing. Now, after the fact, when you think about things, you're like, okay,
Motherfucker.
I see the angle, but I got you, bitch. Yeah, right, exactly. That's what it feels like. Oh, you motherfucker.
Hey, Trav.
All right.
Hey, you sit in the house like this.
That sound like
Yeah, got you, bitch.
You motherfucker.
So, you think about it.
Hey, get your ass away from me right now.
But
Slime ball.
it ain't no mistake. Like I know the intent. Like
Yeah.
these are my kids, and they all got the same big head like their daddy, and light skin and eyebrows and the whole nine.
I don't feel like somebody tried to trap me, but I've known a couple times where being in the moment and they would say some shit, and I'd be like, "Oh no!
Pack it up, wrap
oh,
this
it's time
shit
to
up."
unplug. What the fuck? Did she really just say that
Wrap it
shit?
up. Did you
Wait a
say that
minute.
shit?
Did you
Unball my
did you just tell me-
drawers
did
and
you
give
just
it
tell
back.
me we finna have some beautiful children? It's just only been a week and a half. What is we talking about? Oh no! Hey, I sobered up real quick. Nigga, I went to the bathroom and stood in the mirror.
Like, look,
Nigga, wait a minute.
it me.
Now, Stacy, I'm gonna tell you something that did happen to me one time, and when I tell you this shit kind of fucked me up for a while,
Blow your nose and slide under.
I literally
On TV.
I'm at the girl house,
Yeah.
and I was like, shit, I ain't bringing nothing with me. It was one of those last minute moments. I ain't had nothing on
Yeah, I
me.
play no English.
What's going on,
Okay,
fellas?
okay. Come on through. Hey.
What up?
How's it going, bro?
So, hey, listen, y'all come on and sit your ass down, cause we trying to get up out and get to these liquor.
Come on.
We should be turned up right now, ain't it?
Y'all get to sit in front of one of these mics and
Risha was here. She was
Hey, come over here. Put the headphone on. You sit over there with the headphone. One over here.
motherfucker, y'all walking in here late, y'all gonna talk.
Come on now. But we gonna get up out of here though, okay? It's the microphone behind you, sir. Oh, he ain't got a microphone. All right.
But
Hey,
I was
talk
like,
loud enough there.
come on, you whatever. She's like, yeah. For some reason, something told me to go in this bathroom and check the rubber.
She had a hole in it.
Put the
blew it
goddamn
up?
rubber. Ran that water in there. That bitch like a whole goddamn shower head, nigga. And I ain't talking about one little hole or two little holes. It's like that bitch just sat in there and just plucked.
She gave you a strainer?
Man, listen. Gave me a whole calendar.
A whole damn
It was
calendar.
a whole calendar rubber. Nigga, I'm in that bitch.
Got and
I say,
macaroni up in that motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you about me,
She
dog.
gave you a what, Tony?
Look at calendar.
This the reason I ain't got kids low key, cause I be having like a That's So Raven moment before I get ready.
Nigga.
Cause it's like all my future just popped right
Tony,
from
she
I
give
got
you
the
a
wrong
what?
bitch.
Raw Jones Jr.
Like, everything just boom, popping in my head like that.
If you cook, you know what I'm talking about, because that's the proper term for it, but it probably wasn't said right.
My boy said, Raw Jones Jr.
Raw Jones, boy, listen.
No, from now on, it's
Y'all
a
was
calendar.
a calendar.
Came up.
And it was one of those moments where you couldn't even walk back out there and look at her straight. Like, I walked back in the room and I was just like,
How dare you?
Bitch, that's it. Just
The audacity.
and what make it worse is, soon as that nigga said, unball my drawers.
Right.
That's literally what I had to walk over there and do.
my drawers.
I went and grabbed my drawers out that corner. I say, hey, I'm gonna run to the store
Flopping
real quick.
bitches out.
I said, I'm gonna run to the store real quick.
wait, one more again. What she get?
She gave me a calendar rubber.
Call her
Dog,
scatterwag.
I walked to the car in my drawers, nigga. I
got
ain't even put my
lambskin.
shorts back on or nothing. I had my shoes in the hand and walked to the car.
That's fucked up.
And I took my ass home, and nigga, I sat on the edge of my bed like a fucking.
Okay,
like
hold
a
on,
traumatized-
bro.
You gotta talk.
You know what the topic is? As a matter of fact,
Yeah, hold
introduce
up.
yourself.
Introduce yourself.
And speaking to the microphone.
Oh, yeah,
put
yeah,
it to
yeah,
the face.
Mic check.
One,
One,
two.
two.
Old
Hey,
school.
y'all might
Okay,
have to
old
check.
school.
His mic over there.
Hey, this your boy. E. Hey, much love to everybody, man.
He ain't got no mic.
I was invited kind of late in the joint, but I feel exactly what y'all talking
You
about.
got kids?
I have two beautiful children.
Okay, pass.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful.
So
Both of them was a
Hit
trap.
us out. Hit us out.
Oh, listen. Go ahead. Listen. Go ahead.
Choice versus responsibility. We're talking about like gender equality, parental rights, child support, and reproductive decision making. So I think a lot of people feel like if a man tell you up front that he don't want to have kids, then he should be able to opt out of being responsible for those children. A lot of people have that.
Where you from? New York or
I
something?
don't.
He
I
answered
don't
it.
feel that way, but
Where you from?
Is it?
a lot of people do.
Tallahassee. Where you from?
Word.
Tallahassee. Tennessee. Okay.
Tennessee.
Big glow.
Country got you crazy.
So,
Ain't bring no more shine with you. Ain't bring
so,
no shine with
so
you.
the original question was, should men hold the same rights
Yeah.
as women when it comes down to parental one
Let's say
conception of a child?
you hit a chick,
Listen.
the chick ended up pregnant, right? You want to have the kid, she don't. Give me my jet. 9 months, carry the kid, just hand it over. Switch the roles. She's pregnant, you don't want to have the kid. You have a right to tell her, I don't want the kid. If you want to have it, that you're on your own. You're not going to hold me financially responsible. I don't want nothing to do with the baby. I'm telling you that now. My body, my right.
Absolutely, bro. Let me tell you this straight up. I had a chick ask me. She was like, "Well, I know you got kids, but and you say you don't want any more. But if you meet somebody and she doesn't have kids, and y'all, and, you know, what do you do with that?" I was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, sweetheart. I don't even want a pet. I don't want shit else.
Y'all don't even want to go.
Yeah, I'm not your guy.
So I'm gonna tell you this. Like, the thing is, in the honest opinion, it should be mutual, straight off the rips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but somebody said one night, why you sleeping together, but then 9 months down the road, that's what Tony, tell him what you said.
Basically, I said, y'all agree Y'all doing y'all thing. You tell her, I don't want no kids. I want it. She say, cool, I'm with that. Y'all fuck.
A lot.
She gets
Practice.
She changed her mind. She changed her mind later and decide, I'm going to keep it. Should you still be responsible and have to pay child support or all that shit on the back end?
After
Breach
y'all
of contract.
Right.
Who
After you done
said
told
contract? You
her,
said it.
I don't want
He
that.
said,
brother.
that's
Let me
what
tell you
Corey
this.
said.
Hey, real talk, God honest truth. I was in a similar. I had a situation where
What's up?
she came to me and she was like, "I know what we said before, but my feelings have changed."
That's why I said that.
And
too.
here's the deal. I respect that. I'm so glad you told me because that let me know what I need to do.
What you did?
Skedaddle.
I have to be out because here's the deal.
Wait, was it your
On that midnight train in
was it your
Georgia.
No,
child?
we wasn't. We didn't. No, she told me this before.
Oh.
And I respected that because it gave me a chance to do what I need to do. I need to make some decisions because here's the deal. The honest truth is, every chick you holler at, every dude you holler at, you don't necessarily want the long term, whatever.
Instant
Sometimes
gratification.
it's just right now. I just need you a placeholder.
Let's ski.
I'm a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? Both of us getting what we need, what we
I know
want
my place.
at the moment. But when your feelings change, I need to know.
Because it's good to you.
Hey, it
The
is
feelings
good.
often do get involved.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say this. Some of us bros are like this, where chicks be like this. They be like, I had a chick tell me this. It was funny, but then it turned out to be true. She was like, "Yo, E," she was like, "You cool as fuck, and I think you're really handsome." She said the deal is like at first, you wasn't on my radar, but the more I got to know you, now I'm falling for you. I understand that. I get it. Bitch, my plan's still the same. Ain't shit changed.
Ain't shit changed.
But and I want you to.
But you still get a high five and a fist bump when we done.
Absolutely.
You get the sideways. You get the sideways hug.
Because Tony, what she gave you, Tony?
Get that calendar rubber. listen, this bitch turned into a whole spricket.
Hey, he got the whole damn
sip.
12 by 12 teardrop shower head coming up out that
Bruh, like
concubine and calendar. I hate.
But basically what he's saying, and like I said earlier, an emotional decision does not take away from the logical decision. We both said this is not what we doing. Right.
But the
you
court,
changing your mind.
but like I said, the court has now changed.
Yeah.
The law has changed in the state of Florida.
She
The
can walk in that
statute
bitch and
is,
say, I'm 6 months.
I am pregnant. From the moment she finds out she pee on the stick, she can collect child
I
support.
think he got to go to the bathroom.
Let me.
What's a sprinkle on the front
Stacy.
Stacy, beautiful Stacy. Let me tell you what the judge told me. He said what you said is relevant. He said, "Sir, I'm gonna be honest with you. Logic has no place in the court of law."
True.
He said that
He
it's
said,
emotional.
everything you do that makes sense, it don't make sense in here. We go by the letter of the law and what is written, no matter how it's written, no matter who wrote it. This is not
It's
the letter
facts.
of the law.
The
It is
facts is
not
what's
fair. And then I found out child support was not meant to be fair. It's a situation that was created by the states to make
It's a
money.
penalty.
Facts.
So now you got, I don't know who listens to this podcast. I don't want to offend anybody.
Offend
But now you got,
yeah.
I bet especially for us, for brothers and shit, you got some old white man in court telling you how to run your life and your family. This motherfucker don't know you. He don't know nothing about
Docket
you.
number,
He don't know
shut
about
the
your
fuck up.
kids.
That's what they
All
tell
that,
you.
Yeah,
You gotta pay.
He buried his baby mama paperwork.
But bruh, where's the difference with what you just said in Massa and his underling
There
slave?
is no difference.
Ain't no
It's the
fucking
same
difference.
shit.
It's the same
And
thing.
so
Hey,
my-
Hell, you
legal
want
system,
something?
the penal system, every fucking system.
Okay, so say we
So now
do
we say
what y'all said.
Practice celibacy.
Men don't have to pay child support. They don't
Baby
have to
oil.
be present if they tell you that I don't want this baby. So what's the end game? What do y'all think the outcome is?
Stop
If
reproducing.
Marriage. That's
Nigga,
all-
right.
Marriage.
You either gonna marry the motherfucker or you just
y'all
gonna be
think
dropping
that's what
babies
happens?
off everywhere.
If you tell men that they don't have to pay
Lo-
child
look,
support,
logically
anymore,
speaking,
you think
logically
that it's gonna lead
speaking.
to
Look,
We
marriage?
need to hold women accountable.
I'm going to tell you this
I
right
feel
now,
A lot
right?
of women to close their legs more.
Absolutely.
They would.
Absolutely.
A lot of women that are hitting
We moving to Utah,
uh,
damn it.
NBA players and NFL
Yeah, they're
players
targeting them.
for the money bag.
And they
Big
trying to get
love.
recruited.
The standards
That'll
will change.
stop.
That shit'll be over with.
It'll be done.
That's
No,
not the majority of people.
the courts need to
It's
catch
not the
up with the
majority,
time.
but there are women out there
That do target
That's
men.
what they do. They use
They take classes.
they
do
get them
waves.
BBLs to
By
go
month.
hit
2500
NFL, NBA
They
rappers.
trying to get
Hey,
recruited.
but hold on. Let me go ahead and help her with this. There's a nigga out there right now that got a chick that's about to leave his ass, and he knows she about to go and probably do better. You know what this nigga finna do while
Get
he's
her
still in the
pregnant.
household? He finna plug ass with a baby.
Stupid.
Try to keep her ass around.
Dumb,
And if she's dumb enough or gullible enough, guess what she gonna do? Keep it and still try to, I wanna work on my family. He don't want you for real.
that's it.
I just need you to stay here.
People
I want to
weaponize
take you off the
children all day
market.
long, right?
I want to take you off the market for the next nigga because I know the nigga that you
The
want
law
don't want
works-
nobody with a
the
baby.
law works this way. It works in favor of the woman. I mean,
Every time.
it's just natural.
It take a lot for the court to give custody to the father.
You know what I heard? You know what I heard?
There's some
The
bullshit behind
burden
that.
of proof is
Yep.
on the father to prove that you
Even
deserve the child.
welfare. All right,
It's
common
not like
sense,
The
right?
fact that you got to explain this shit to Johnny Cochran is pissing me off.
No,
right now.
Johnny Cochran know that.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact,
Johnny May.
Hold on, let me. Johnny
Okay,
May.
yeah, don't, if you went to court and don't have 50-50 custody for your kids, did you got divorced before?
Beat your meat and go
What
to
did you
sleep.
get 50-50 custody or she got it?
It'll be all right.
Okay, I'm just saying because I went mine was 60-40. You got
But you
custody
agree.
of your kids, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying so courts are not doing they were like that, but these days it's
But
not
what I'm
like
telling
that.
you is this, right? A lot of men didn't know
They even
I could
it was-
say that.
Yeah.
A lot of men didn't know you had
They're
rights
ignorant of that.
to fight that because when you get there, one, you're walking in there with no lawyer 9 times out of 10 because you don't know what you're walking into,
with a chopper suit on.
and you just
Walking
hear-
into a trap,
That's
nigga.
it. And you just hearing docket
50
numbers,
feet.
this, that, and the third, and then they appoint an attorney for the woman. She could walk in there with no attorney, and before the whole thing starts, it's just you and her. She has an attorney by the time your turn is called. You be like, well, what's going on? She got an attorney? Right. You know what I'm talking about, right? By the time you get up there, you looking crazy. You don't know what's going on.
Hey, listen to this. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit to start saying when you go in this motherfucker, right? So I asked the judge. I said, I have what makes her a better parent than me?
Facts. Burden of proof's on you.
Is it because she has a womb?
She's the mother.
You know, but what? Okay, so I understand she's the mother. What makes her a better parent?
What they said.
Law says
Me.
What they said.
Huh? Yeah, I do have boys. I got sons. I got 2 beautiful sons.
even better.
What
And
what
so
they said.
my thing is this, and that's when he explained to me. He said, "Sir, he said I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Everything you said is right." He said, "But in court, logic has no place." That's why I
Common
said that shit-
sense.
he
The
said-
mother is the one that they
Yeah.
would leave the children with first.
Exactly. This bitch could be
Mama's
on crack, she
baby,
could be
mama's
selling
baby,
pussy.
papa's maybe.
And the burden of proof is on who to prove what. You
Hey,
got to prove
and
she's
even,
unfit.
even if
pretty
you
much gotta
prove
poke
she's
holes
on
into
crack,
others.
even if you prove that she's selling pussy,
You got to prove that
she's
you're
still
better.
at a higher tier than you are. That in this situation in a court of law,
Take a picture
black
of
men
5
are
niggas
looked
laying on
at
the bed with
so
coke on
low, so untrustworthy. And I said to them, I said the issue is she don't know how to raise a man. If she knew how to raise a man, she'd have been able to keep a man. So here's the deal.
God hold my
I'm in here
Hey, hit the
because
button, hit the
I
button,
love my sons, dude.
Let me get that.
Hey, appreciate-
So I got a real good question.
Go ahead, bro.
Do y'all believe that from birth DNA test should be mandatory?
would agree with that.
Yeah.
It couldn't happen unless you had an amniocentesis. That's when the
Well, I'm saying once the baby's born, soon as the
Oh,
baby's
yeah,
born,
yeah, yeah.
go
They,
get
they
the
can
DNA.
do it before the baby is
They can-
here.
yeah, that's it's called an
I wouldn't do that, but
amniocentesis, but
after
you
the
have to
baby's born.
wait a couple of months until after the abortion period. They stick a needle in her
yeah.
womb and take the
whatever
fluid.
that because I was watching a court case the other day. Dude went to prison for not paying child support. He did 5 years.
Almost.
The white guy.
The white guy.
I saw
Bruh,
it,
he
and it
went-
wasn't
he
even
went-
his
wait,
jig.
Yeah, I remember that
And
movie.
the
Wait a
thing
minute,
was,
wait a minute. Well, hold up. You mean Trevor went to prison?
Yes.
Man, this motherfucker
Yeah,
went.
he
The
did.
fuck out of here.
She was, and she
But
knew the
real
whole
shit,
time.
the fucking front
No,
door.
no, but
She knew the
listen,
whole
but real
time.
shit though, not even being funny. It's a lot of them that go to prison for that reason, or get locked up, or
Right.
wind up getting in trouble because of that.
Bad one.
He went to prison for 5 years, came back because they were still garnishing his wages. And the reason why he always said this child was not his, he said something is not right. The way she treats him, the way she tried to withhold the child, all this shit. He's sitting in that courtroom. Not once did he say anything.
And he
to her.
was crying.
He apologized to that boy for the whole time he was in there. Listen, man, I'm sorry you got to go through this, but your mother's not right. The boy just sitting there. When they brought the DNA test in there, nowhere near close to being a match.
You are not the
this
father.
This is what pissed the whole courtroom off.
Still had to pay.
She didn't give a fuck.
Not fuck all that. The judge said, "So, ma'am, do you know who the father is?" She said, "Yes, I do. I still keep in touch with him to this day."
She knew the whole time.
All this, she knew the entire time.
Why this man in prison?
And then guess
dropping
what?
the soap.
When the little boy talked, what did he call him? He said, "Uncle such and such."
He knew.
He been talking. He been seeing this man come around him for the longest, and this is his fucking father. And then we sitting here having this conversation about why men should have the same rights. Because
the courts need
you
to catch
can
up
get
with the
away
time.
with this shit.
And read that comment, Joe.
You can get away with this shit,
Hey,
and we fucked over.
Hey,
What about Lachey?
Hold on,
The lengthy one.
It says women need to be held accountable
absolutely.
just as much as men, but also if
I guess
we
that's weak.
as people weren't sleeping around, men as people weren't sleeping around so freely, so that conversation like this wouldn't be needed.
He set you up with that one. That way he told you to read it.
It was it was kind of wild, but I get what you're saying. I
I would agree with it having
Both men and women need to be held accountable
test.
for what
The courts need to be updated. Like
They do.
what's happening
Laws
now?
need to be
What?
updated
All right,
for
women
today.
are trapping men. If they have a conversation, I don't want the baby, you don't want the baby.
men
then
trapping
not-
women too.
Vice
Big
versa.
time.
Niggas
All
get
right.
K-fed.
Listen,
They get K-fed, Joe.
That nigga is the richest background dancer ever.
You got a
I'm
K-fed
done
on?
with you.
And he
This
can't
nigga-
even dance.
Stacy, the
I
nigga
know.
got Brittany, he
I
got
know.
Shar Jones, and he just got somebody else.
I know. You know who
Listen.
else? J-Lo.
He's a
back there,
professional
background
That
sperm
dancer.
nigga.
donor.
Hey, tell me what y'all think about it. With all of this being said, this,
No, but
this
he got
was
Halle
one of
Berry
my,
ass. Yeah.
This was one of my solutions to the problem. And people looked at me sideways when I said this shit. I said, a young man between the ages 15, 16, 18, and whatever, in my opinion, get all these motherfuckers vasectomies because they can reverse the shit. Get them a vasectomy. Because here's the deal. What's going to happen is every dude
Not
in
the
here,
snip,
1,
snip.
2, 3, 4, 5, there's 5 dudes in here.
Hey, nigga,
Hey, at the end of the day,
I'm down one ball, nigga.
ain't
I don't
none
want
of us
nobody playing
finished
down
fucking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, none of us are done having sex. You're not gonna stop people from having sex,
Hey,
bruh.
you right.
At the end of the day, this is what humans do, nigga. This is how you get more humans.
Listen.
But the thing is,
I like
if
what you
you
said.
if you can for these young guys, because they don't understand the trap, man. You think about when you was younger, between 14 and 21 or whatever, your main goal was to get some pussy.
Get in it.
Hey, listen.
Because it's in our music. It's in our.
But
that's all we hear.
let me say something. Let me
Go ahead.
caveat off. Let me piggyback off of you. Also, I feel like in the black communities, this all we see. Because number one, Section 8 was designed. Okay, I don't understand how a man and a woman make a baby, but for her to get her benefits, the man can't be there
Gotta
to raise the
exclude him.
kids. That's number one. Number
It's
two,
the deconstruction of the black family.
absolutely. Number two,
That's why the city worker got all the pussy.
I'm done. Number two,
benefits.
listen, y'all. Number two, I feel like these young guys, all they see growing up is the mother in the household by herself. So they recreate that same life. Oh, I'm gonna just have a baby over here, and not be present because that's all I know. It's deeper than the courts. It's deeper than that. It's built into the African American diaspora.
So
And low key,
something.
some of these single mothers be trying to recreate the same fuck nigga that got them pregnant with their son.
Yes.
Too.
Absolutely.
I see a lot
You
of
see what I'm
that.
saying?
It's
It's
a
a
cycle.
vicious
Be that
cycle.
same
Thank
It's
you.
a cycle.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna say,
bullshit.
hey,
You trying to have that
But
nigga
we done spoke on some shit before that we said all the time. A lot of times when you got these young fellas that don't have examples of actual men.
Right.
So
It's
when
deeper than that.
we
Yeah.
speak all the time. Me and him done talk about old head lessons that we done received and was blessed to have. all of us had those old heads that we seen them.
Ain't no
be
grandparents
men.
no more.
But we also seen the old heads that do.
Grandmama 30.
They do. They
In the
take
club.
care of all their responsibilities, but they was still out here.
Exactly.
So sometimes your examples, it be like, he do the same shit he do, but he go home. He in these streets, but they still kind of on that level of respect where you see them. He got a happy household. This nigga, him and his wife just look like they take family pictures because it's that time of the year. He just makes sure the lights stay on, the bill get paid. He dropped the paycheck off and walk out the house.
Hey,
baby.
cue the song, Corey. Papa was a rolling stone.
But at the same time, like it's an example of being raised in understanding. And like I've been big on saying, one of the main things I've always wanted kids to see
Mom
is
and dad in the home.
loving adults.
Absolutely.
Because even though it would be great to see the biological parents love each other, respect each other, this, that, and the third, whoever you bring into that child's life as your partner, if you're not showing them how to be loved and showing them what love looks like, what conflict resolution look like, this, that, and the third, you're raising the example of the bullshit that you're trying to get away from.
You're going to perpetuate that shit forever.
Bro, I got 2 kids. My sons are 10 and 11, right? And so I start teaching them now. You can have a girlfriend, but how many can you have at one time? And they'll tell you 1. And I'd be like, if you like somebody else, what's going to happen? I have to make a decision, Daddy. And when you make a decision, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to be disappointed. So here's the deal. You got to teach them from the beginning. And I teach them this, with a lot of stuff we don't understand when they talk about black males in America, this, that, and the third, is that our history, nigga, did not start 400 years ago in fucking slavery. Our history is eternal. Our history goes back to Amun Ra and before that.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? So what they're telling you here, what you're seeing here, they're telling you your shit started with slavery, son. Nah, we come from a land of kings and queens.
Hello.
Where we have mathematics, paved roads.
They was in the mountains of the Caucasus. You been?
And this, so you have to teach
Tell
them
the story, Baba.
who they are. Because, like, for instance, my dad don't know who his daddy is. That kind of shit, right? So he raised me to the best of his ability. Now I build on the things that he taught me. It was some shit my dad was missing, nigga. And I had a real conversation with my dad. And I love my dad. And so the thing is, I was like, nah, it's some stuff that you was missing, but you know what you needed. Be that. So the thing is, you gotta have the conversation with the kids and put it in them early, because our culture is not the original. Our culture here in the U.S. is not our original culture.
It's constructed.
And so what they understand is, in order to break our class, our society down, is the first thing they did was dismantle the family structure.
Right. They took the man
out of the home. So he loses value. And now all you hear in our music is how many hoes you can fuck, get in the bag.
No, and then the girls,
but see,
it's
our
the
music
city
don't
girls.
talk about
It's the
love.
city
They don't
girls,
talk about building shit.
You go into a Chinese
took the
restaurant,
God
right?
out of
Hold
his
on.
life too.
You go into a Chinese salon, the nail salon. You gonna see the mama, the daddy, the kids in the salon. You go into the corner store, you gonna see the Arab man, the husband, the grandmama in the store. Black people are the only divided families that you see, and then they perpetuate that with our music, with the influence that they push on us. Keep it divided. City girls, you can't be with a nigga unless he got money. Niggas, you got to have the baddest bitch. And da-da-da-da-da. We are the only race that live by, even white women. They know them crackers cheating. They stay. Only our race lives on being divided. And I hate that. I used to read this author, Scheherazade Ali.
Ritz,
black women support
Captain
your black
Wafers,
men. I'm on the road now, Corey. Black
ahead.
women support your black
Do your
men.
thing.
And you don't see it, especially with this new generation.
They don't.
I want to ask something.
We so disassociated from that shit.
Do we believe being parents is a privilege or obligation?
Both.
It's a duty.
Yeah. Both.
The reason why I say that is because sometimes we speak to responsibility as being a burden. But when it comes down to
You make
being
it the burden.
being a parent or raising or leading or teaching, isn't that the highest privilege that you could have to
Absolutely.
kind of lead,
Rear
train,
the next
mold,
generation.
Each one
and
teach
show
one.
somebody a different way of believing or living?
I don't have children, but my partner does.
That's what I aspire to.
I love them kids. 3 rules: cleanliness, respect, education. You can get whatever you want. They are not mine biologically, but they are the next generation. Do I want them to be misfits or do I want them to be productive members? I will do my part as a black woman and as an example of what a black woman should be, a positive, ambitious, successful black woman, and try to show them, listen, this is who your father chose. This is a good example. I talk to him. I don't. And then back in the day, you used to whoop a kid's ass. I don't.
And see,
think
it's
I
different
ain't.
between talking to somebody, talking at somebody.
No. I put them in my lap, and we have a good conversation. We have conversations for real.
All ass women come down from here. I rain down the federal gun.
And that's the balance. The dad, you're the disciplinarian. This is how it goes. Ja is the disciplinarian, and then they be, and I baby him. But I say, but daddy's the leader.
Hey, that's
but
fucked up.
Can you just tell? But daddy's
fucked
so
up.
But this is the thing, though.
That's a balance
Again,
for the woman.
that's fucked up.
But not just that. But this is the thing,
Hold
though.
on. How is it?
That's fucked up.
How is it
Let me
fucked
tell you
up?
why that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving one person to be the disciplinarian when it's 2 of y'all.
All right.
So,
but they're not my kids.
I feel you.
So, I'm not
But
finna-
you've accepted them, right?
Yeah, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna hit them. They're not my kids.
Never asked you to hit them.
Okay,
We're
so
talking
what do you
about
mean?
discipline.
Discipline.
Right?
Words.
So
words
Yeah,
hurt.
big discipline
we
is
talking about
one
discipline.
word.
Word.
Yeah.
Period. I discipline my children because I love them.
Yes.
My son was getting in school. He was getting in trouble back to back to back, and so this is what had to happen. And I told him, and the last time, oh my God, I looked him in the face and I said, "Son, I don't want to spank you," and I started crying because I don't want to do this shit. But your behavior is making me do this because little black boys, we don't get second chances.
Police.
So this is what I need. And I told him, I said, you see these tears coming down my eye? You're making me do this. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to take it out on your behind. Because here's the deal. I am spanking you only because I say, son, when I spank you, your daddy stops. When you out there in them streets, them niggas ain't going to stop.
They ain't gonna stop.
They don't know you. They don't love
Police.
you. They don't
They'll
care
punish
about you. The police, they don't care about you. But your daddy do.
Speaking of spanking.
Well, I
hold
say
on.
the same thing about.
Hey, Kiki.
To me personally,
Motherfucker, you owe me because I took a lot of ass whoopings for you, little fucker.
To me,
Yeah.
personally,
Hold on,
like,
what's that,
with
Trav?
these kids right now, because I'm in the same boat, low key. Like everybody know, I love my niece to death. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful little girl.
I'm the disciplinarian and on the love. You know what I'm saying? Because she stayed with me. Yeah, she stayed in the house, and she at an age where you gotta learn by standing on business. When I tell you something, I mean that, and I'm gonna stand on it. I don't care if you cry. It hurt me to see you cry. I don't want to see you cry. But if I tell you something, I don't even give a damn what your mama say. You know what I'm saying? At that particular point. And you had a situation before I even got here. Like, I took her tablet away, and I stood on that. You not getting it back till tomorrow. Mom coming back because she had to. Nah, I took it back. She'll get it back tomorrow. We understand what's going on. Oh, that's messed up. You going too far. Well, it is. But
If I put it there, that's what I put.
Listen.
That's what's up.
I feel like,
and I think a family as a man and woman, y'all gotta stay on the same accord at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Because then kids
they know how
tend
to
to
manipulate.
play the
no,
game.
listen,
right.
let me tell
And
you
they will
something.
play
The
one
first
against
thing,
the other.
Okay, the first
Like a
thing,
DJ.
this is how it used to be. Oh, I'm gonna just go ask mama and then she gonna let me do it. No, I let it, number one, I let it be known he's the leader of the house. What daddy say, go. You not
Don't
gonna
ask
pick
me
me
shit.
again. Yeah. But Stace, can we just, what did daddy say? Tell me what daddy said. Oh, he said, okay, well then I have to follow daddy rules too. I let him be let them see that he is a man. He is a man that I respect. This is the man of the house. He is the leader. So what daddy say, go. Me and you gonna have fun, but once you start tripping, I'm gonna have to tell your father.
But low key at the same time, it should be the same way around. Cause if he brought you into his house, he trusts you as your judgment as a woman. So if you told that child something no, even though you're not the parent, but your father put you in this position, he go back and ask.
They got to accept that shit.
What Stay said.
It goes is across the board.
That's across the board.
And listen, it is. The kids are, first of all, they're good kids.
Yeah.
It's not no real bad issues, no issues in school, stuff like that. They're easy kids to deal with. I done seen some little, them little silver teeth kids. You know them silver teeth kids.
I'm about to retire my uncle stepdaddy hat, so they're going to have to.
No, but they're good kids. But I still make it known, what did your father say? Me and you are going to have fun. We're good. And I put my foot down as far as what direction did he set for? That's what I
do. Can I add a little something that may help that situation?
Help.
Yeah. And here's the deal. When you come to me and you say this, and I ask you, what did your mama say? Well, mama said, now I'm finna check your ass. Because now you're trying to play us.
Right. And that's what I do.
And so here's the deal. Hey, what your mama said goes. And if you do this again, if you do, this is disrespectful. Yeah. Because your mama already told you.
And that's communication.
And so what you're doing is going to sow discord between me and your mama.
That's what I said.
And I'm looking for the happy family. If mom and daddy happy, the kids are falling.
2 Mondays from now.
Peace is bliss.
I will rain down an ungodly firestorm.
I will smite thee.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh,
scroll down and get to that last
chaos
question.
in here.
Tell them I'm bringing hell with me.
We gonna bring it to the end now. So,
ain't no lights
give
in here.
Give us that last
Wi-Fi doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. There was one up here that I had wanted to ask.
Well, ask that one, because that's gonna be the last one.
I'm already.
Or we can round 2 this shit.
I'm single to mild out already sitting here.
We can round 2 this shit.
Listen, 2 Mondays from now, come the fuck back.
Hey, holla at your boy. Hey, sign me up, dog.
Of course, bro. Of course. Y'all already told you this. It's fun here. This is where it's at.
Hey, and I left the other spot. I'm upgraded.
What?
Yeah.
Where we at? Give them the plug so they know where to find you.
Hey, I'm at Connors. Y'all come up to Connors and
you got
find.
fancy.
Hey, here's the deal. Hey, and I love everybody. Chris Rock said it best. I love black people. I hate niggas. All y'all niggas that don't tip 15-20%, stay your ass home. Don't come in my section. Don't come your ass where we at.
Connors, that's where you gotta find. Connors?
Connors, yeah.
Connors, that's where you at.
That's the new steakhouse.
We
got
Connors Steakhouse.
Hold on, y'all. Let Pam holler.
So basically, just regardless of how the baby got here, who you think should be responsible?
The person that said that. All right. Here's the thing.
I agree with
the
both.
design of parenthood, mother, father, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it's designed.
That's how it should.
Because a woman can't just pop out a kid if she wanted to. A man can't just pop out a kid if he wanted to. It takes 2.
She can get that based on,
It still came from a man.
She had to get the baby back,
right? He got to produce it. She got to carry it. That's just how it's created.
And
it's not designed for one and not the other. What they said in the Bible, man will work from the sweat of his brow, and women will
travail in pain.
She will come as close as she can to death to bring a new life into this world. So, it takes 2.
I get that.
Both man and woman need to be balanced in how they raise this child.
That is the ideal.
Now, realistically speaking, right? We already know that don't happen. Man could just, go off in a chick and have a baby and, like you say, disappear. Deadbeat niggas need to be responsible for the children that they bring to this earth and don't want to be responsible for. But women that target men for the purpose of benefiting financially, not to take care of the kid, but looking for a meal ticket to take care of themselves.
Hold that up.
You need to be the same. Just like you said, the dude that went to jail. This man lost time behind something she knew was a lie. They locked this man up.
There was a lady she's with a new guy, and he's taking care of her children. She decides that the youngest, she wants to get child support from the real father. And he was like, why you want child support when I take care of our kids? Like, why you want to do that? And she was like, I want the money. I need this. I need that.
Kids are a meal ticket.
Oh, no. It gets better. Because she did that shit, he left her.
I would too.
He left her. Because he said the first thing he said was, I'm a man. Because he's going through that with his child.
Yeah, he said, you see what I'm going through. Oh, yeah.
And he said, you know what I'm going through. Why would you do that?
Because I won't. She's sitting on the bed.
And he said, and then you remember she messed up and said, oh, he's showing off with the new chick. And he said, oh, so because he's enjoying himself and your kids are taken care of, our household is good. They get everything they want. Why are you bothering him? Oh, he needs to only because you're mad at how he's living, not because you want better for your child.
And then she said she gonna get her nails and hair done with the money.
And that's exactly what she said.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I had a whole full blown argument with some, and we'll probably touch that one day. What should child support money, or how should it be gathered? I say not gift card. Come on, Trav. A Visa gift card. I say interest-bearing account for the child when he turns 18.
Gift card.
It hands over to the kid.
She can't
in the escrow account. She can't touch it. You can't touch it. Y'all just keep dumping money. Y'all match it. No.
Gift card.
Most women take the child support money and say, "Well, I got to take care of them." In what way,
bro? Let me tell you this shit. I was back in court, and I said, y'all. I said, here's the deal. I said, to be honest with you, I love my kids and I love being a daddy. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I said, but the deal is the kids can live with me and the mamas ain't got to pay me nothing. They just got to figure out how they going to come see them because I'm not going to do everything.
There you go.
And that's when shit went straight crickets. And that's when he came back with, sir, I'm sorry to tell you, what makes sense, what's logical, does not hold up in court.
Why?
I said because she can't teach them how to be a man.
Just like
and better yet, I'm not asking
Angela
her for
Bassett
nothing.
gave up the baby.
I don't
The
want
system
nothing
ain't set up for a man to evolve into a man.
They don't have to give
look
me a dime.
But your perfect example, look what it took for Angela Bassett to give up Trey in that movie.
Yeah,
because she felt
cutting
like
up in class.
he was cutting up and he was starting to do shit that she didn't have no understanding of.
Nigga, I got one
And
more.
listen, he ended up fighting this shit. He get in trouble in school. All of a sudden, before then, I got my baby. Soon as he started getting out of hand, it's like, I'm bringing you your son.
Go ahead, bro.
Here's the deal on that. God, I'm just speaking about my experience, bro. And so I have two sons, two different mothers. And I told both of them, I was like
twins.
That they do, Daddy got strong genes. Baby.
Okay. Then.
So I told both of them, look, I cannot fix problems in your household. That's not my job. My job is to raise our son. And so the things that you're doing, that you're allowing because you think that shit is cute, it's going to come back. Yeah. And then when it's going to get to the point where you can't handle it, and then you're going to want me to come in because I'm the daddy and fix all of your fucking problems. So I had one son that lives in Gainesville, and I told his mom that, and I said, I tell you what, it's on you. He live with you. I get him every other weekend. I fix the weekend problems. This shit on you. Next thing I know, my son in there kicking chairs and all this kind of shit. So I drove down to Gainesville and showed up at his school. I pulled him out. We had a good talk. I had to give him some of that daddy wop wop, and we ain't had no more problems after that. Because here's the deal, and I tell this for everybody: go to your kid's school. My kids' teachers know me. Hey, Mr. Reed, yeah, you're right, motherfucker. Because I go to the parent-teacher conferences because they don't see black fathers. But when they do see black fathers, they start treating your child different.
You know what's the good part?
Now they know you there.
A lot of the kids, my kids, they go to a school where my homeboys, they teach there.
Yeah.
So when they see him, they be like, I know your daddy. They don't believe him. And they'll call him on the spot. And I'm like, oh, what's up? And they looking crazy. I'm like, they know what it is.
Bruh.
You can't get too far.
It's signs everywhere.
I'm any and everywhere.
My son go to Appalachia, and he got in trouble. It was after school. I was picking him up, and I'm talking to him and another one of his teachers. And my homegirl from high school went to Rick roll up. She was like, "Hey, that's your daddy?
Yeah.
I know your daddy don't play this stuff. You go." I said, "That's what I needed to hear.
That's all you need to
I need all y'all to have my back."
And
I
take
said,
a community.
Yeah, hey, and I work at night. You can call his mama. She at work. Call his dad. I'll be here in
I said
15
this
minutes.
shit a
We'll
long
straight
time
all this
ago
shit out.
On some of our earliest fucking podcasts when we got on kids, I said we do not have a village no more. Everybody wants to look outside and be like,
That ain't
I
my
don't
mom.
know them. That ain't me.
Yeah.
Not understanding.
Not even that. Don't put your hands on my baby.
Hey, listen,
Listen.
there's nothing worse than seeing somebody's child act the plum fucking fool. Nobody say nothing. Nobody do nothing. But soon as somebody say, "Hey, don't say nothing to my child," I have a big rule. My whole thing is when I get into an altercation with a child, when I worked at the shelter, me and the child, they want to go back and forth. I don't talk to them too long. First thing I tell them, I say, go pick up the phone and call whatever adult you want to get their ass whooped. And they be looking at me like, huh? I be like, call your uncle, your daddy, your big brother, your granddaddy.
listen.
Call anybody you think is the motherfucker you look up to. Because once I whoop them, who's next?
Who's next, bro?
Bro, let me tell you something.
And I hate to go that route, but because these kids, all they believe in is, oh, I'm gangster, I'm tough.
You know what I blame? The internet. The internet growing these kids too fucking fast.
And the parents.
Internet
'cause the
and
parents
But no,
allow
but like a
this
lot of
shit.
time they follow in the footsteps of the motherfucker, the male in front of them. It's not always just the entertainment. It's you sitting on the porch. Your goddamn big brother out there slap boxing, bullying people, doing bullshit.
You gonna do it?
Your daddy out there bullying people, doing bullshit, whooping your mama ass, all kinds of other shit. You look at that as, I love my daddy. That's my superhero. So I want to do what my daddy doing.
Hey yo,
Bro, let me tell you
So
something.
you come in this room dealing with everybody else.
it's looking real Cinco de Mayo-ish.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, but let me tell you something real quick.
Those threads.
Hold up. And
Guadalupe
speaking as the
Esposito ready
elder,
to go now.
Hey, we doing it.
Made Spanish names tonight.
This is gonna be a part 2.
We ain't never
Yeah.
part.
but speaking as the elder statesman up in this motherfucker, see, with me coming up, it wasn't about that bullshit. Because if I went to your house, your mom could whoop my ass.
Yup.
If I went to your house,
The fucking
your mom could
village.
whoop my
And
ass.
did.
Your house, your house, your house, your house. And
Reggie
you better
Douglas
not
whoop
break
my
no
ass.
toys,
My auntie
break
used
no
to tear my
shit.
ass up.
And just anybody that come to my house, my mama whoop their ass.
Yup.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Then
and I
again-
tell parents, hey, if you don't want your kids to get dealt with, don't send them.
Don't
with
send them
me.
over.
Cause
dead
I'ma
ass,
handle
man.
You literally a couple years young. You a few years younger than my mama. I ain't always treated my mama like mama. You get what I'm saying? That's why when
Respect.
my mom meets my friends, she always say, Tony, like, I be like, you mama. No matter how old they are, I can hang with somebody that's probably
Getting
her
it
age.
straightening.
They gonna treat her like that's mama.
Hey, cause that's my dog right there. We got the same birthday. He 2 years older than me, but to this day, if his mama say, "Hey, Ernest, you going up here?" Even if I'm not, yes, ma'am. What you want? Yes, ma'am. I'm on the way.
They don't raise these kids with respect
got
no
you.
more.
Bro, we
And
get
the
adopted. We
internet
get
raised
adopted by parents. We get adopted by siblings.
Right.
Like, because once we lock in, bitch, we family. Fuck all the dumb shit. What you need me to do?
Bruh.
Hey, I'm going down here to such and such. All right, call such and such, call such and such. When you taking your ass to Miami or John or Trez, what the first thing y'all say? Hey, what's Dre and Tim them number? What's such and such
Yeah,
number?
absolutely.
Hey, Kiki them stay down up. Go holler. Why? Because one thing about it is we're a unit. If I see your child
No
out,
matter where we at.
I don't give a fuck if it's 15 of them standing up.
And mama
I'm
in
walking
Atlanta
up,
is
and
mama.
when I walk up, every last one of them little niggas could be like, "Who the fuck this nigga?" Oh shit, that's Uncle Tony. What's up, Mom? What's up, boy? What you doing out here? Where you at? Who coming to get you? I need an answer by the next 15 minutes. When I walk back over, tell me who coming to get you. If not, who with you?
Hey,
All y'all get in the car.
and I'm gonna tell you how to throw some smoke on it. hey, you got some money? You straight? Because because here's the deal. We do a lot of the other talking, but
We
when
don't
I
make sure they
finish,
straight.
because I'm gonna dig in your ass. because I ain't here for your friends.
Pause.
Nigga, I seen you.
Pause.
So now here's the deal. Hey, on the back end, you got some money. Hey, you still hey.
Got a couple dollars in your
boy.
pocket.
I love you. Hey, what you do? How you
Slide
get
you that
home?
$10, $15. Slide you that
That's
20
it.
piece.
All it takes is a dub.
Keep
All
some
it
cash
takes
in your
is a
pocket.
dub,
That was
bruh.
something I always was taught. Old heads used to tell me that shit all the time. They be like, hey, and like my
Yeah, you
mama
gonna
used to
keep
play
$20
ball all
in
the
your
time.
pocket.
So people they used to be like, Lil Walker, come here. How long you gonna be out here? Got a couple dollars in your pocket? They gonna slide you $5, $10, huh?
That's it.
But keep some
Off
money
the
in your
string.
pocket.
Off the
Like,
string.
old boy, my grandparents, all that shit. Motherfucker love to tell me when I go home. But you know your granddaddy used to run the goddamn Boy Scouts and he used to coach out here at the park. That was my coach. Pop's been gone. Pop's been gone since what 2021, 20, and he ain't coached in fucking 40, 50 years. But that lives with them as young men.
Because they never forgot how your pops
Never-
made them
never.
feel, dog.
Never
and that's
forgot.
and see that's the thing when you get that love from another man, it's different because you kind of expect it from the ladies. They do, oh baby, sweet. But hey, when a man check your ass, hey, what you supposed to be doing?
And you know
hey,
it's out of
blah blah
fucking
blah,
love.
yada yada, and then I back it up with, hey, still love you, boy. Hey, put this in your pocket. You know.
Therefore, circling back, we got every fucking right y'all got.
Another thing too, because we didn't talk on this, so it's gonna be like another thing. Because I know everybody got boys and stuff, but how important the dynamic is for a young lady too as well.
Oh,
Same
shit, I got
shit.
it though.
Missing
It's definitely a part two, like you said.
It's a part two.
I had a question about what Josh said about paying into the account. So, 'cause I was
Gift
wondering,
card.
right? If you pay into account the whole time, are you thinking that she doesn't need support the 18 years? She just got to wait until the kid is 18.
It's for the child.
She working, ain't she?
It's for the kid, right?
She
But
working, ain't
it's
she?
for- it's
Because
to
they
take-
base child support on how much she make, how much he make.
She working, ain't she?
It's to support the child.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
but she working,
Right?
ain't she?
Here's here's what I did, right? And this is a father that had a card. Every dollar that I received, I matched it and I put it in an escrow or a interest-bearing account with his name.
Nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I did. So if you give me $100, I'm matching it. I'm putting it in the account because the way I pretend it is, you're dead. You don't even exist. So everything that I do is for the sake of the child. Win, lose, or draw. I don't need anything you're giving me, and that's how I approach it. So if you're giving anything, I'm gonna match it. So in the event,
And women get taxes.
Chat turn.
They get the taxes for the kids.
That's why I say gift
That's
card.
not always the case. Sometimes it goes back and forth, and it kind of depends on what you have set up. Like,
it is.
But,
Y'all, it's Cinco de
need-
Mayo
they
o'clock.
need to make
Hey,
a-
listen.
I say that because
They need to
children
make
need
a
support
customized
during
gift
the
card.
18 years too. They have school tuition.
For the
You got to
specifics
pay
of
their
your
lunch.
We
child.
understand that. If you're doing the right goddamn thing, you deserve to get the pay.
Well, I feel like
that
okay,
child
if
support, you
if
gonna
it's
do the
child
right
support,
thing.
all right. If it's tuition, pay the fucking school.
We're talking about motherfuckers
not
that
gonna
don't
lie.
do right.
I'm just
So
saying.
If it's school
I
fees, pay the
agree
fucking school.
that for the
And
needs of the
deduct it.
kids, you gotta be met a certain kind of way. But
Finally got it.
Gift
you
card.
have to be just thinking with the gift card, the
AI
vanilla.
gift card.
Hey man, we need to find a point to stick a pin in this
But I
bitch.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
fin- but I
It's
finally
Cinco
got
de
it.
Mayo
2 weeks.
o'clock, y'all.
Yeah.
Pam always speaks from the motherfucker that's doing the right thing.
What about a
She
gift
don't believe motherfuckers don't be fucking up.
Yeah.
No, she do.
Or-
Like, no, she know they do, but she keeps speaking for their ass. For the ones that you do the right thing.
But tell
We're
me,
speaking like when child support come in,
somebody else in the audience is also a person who does the right thing. So
and guess
somebody
what?
needs to
And if
speak
they're
up for
getting
them
fucked
too.
over, if they're getting fucked over, we're not talking about
You
them.
got to be
Doesn't matter if
realistic.
I'm always speaking for them. It
So,
doesn't
to
matter
those
because
tuning into the
all the sides need to be heard,
audience,
right?
if you have
And
comments,
guess what?
Everybody,
But the
Every
problem
story
is,
needs a villain.
man, fuck
chill.
that. That's why they got.
I hear where you're coming from
Just
with
say
it,
gift card.
because there's some people that have children with another person and
They haven't
they
experienced
can't
that, yeah.
support the kid without the other parent, and you got to use that money to support the child. But that comes into play also. Why are you having children if you can't support them on your own?
Hello.
I mean, like, it's a lot that goes into it. All I know is
But you said it's supposed to be two, right?
right, it's supposed to be two.
Maybe I can do it if the other person did their part too.
The child support system
But
is
I
skewed.
told you, ho, in the beginning, bitch, I ain't want the jit.
And I ain't shit.
So this is
You
where
knew I
it
wasn't shit
gets
6
kinda
strokes
crazy.
in.
You know I got 4 other kids, huh?
Hey, I was 6 strokes in and on
Three
my
baby
tippy
mamas.
toes, and you realize this nigga ain't
But
shit.
y'all also said the money is for the child.
You just like my doggy style,
Sometimes
bitch.
the child.
Yeah, why?
Well, then, so no matter how the child got here,
Gift card.
Yeah.
the child has rights, which means
child
they
is
have
here.
the right to your financial support. It can't be just, oh, well, hold
So,
on.
okay. Flip it around, right? Flip it around.
Hey, Tony.
Listen,
She got that faux pump.
Tony,
Got a faux
Tony,
bump.
Tony,
so lost
one more time. What she gave?
She gave me that calendar rubber.
Gift card.
Shit, listen,
And he's on the gift card.
full sprinkler system.
Concubine.
Listen.
It's a gift card that's specifically for your child's needs.
Stacey,
If you buy
I'm gonna tell you how bad it was.
That's larger than a size 9. That bitch gonna send
I
a alert
told,
off.
I put that bitch on full
going to
blast.
jail, bitch.
The rubber didn't even swell up.
If you buy the
That bitch just shot
on that
straight
gift
through.
card, lock her up.
That bitch looked like it was one big hole in it.
Gift card. If your
Man,
son is
look.
lactose intolerant, your ass
Li-
like to buy milk with that gift card.
Listen,
Jail.
I swear on everything.
I know because
The worst part about it, when I see her to this day, like, she be smiling at me, be like,
this Brazil.
you ain't never came back. You still ain't never came, but you was scared. I said, yep.
Right.
I was scared as fuck.
So I wasn't coming in,
I was
it
like,
ain't
listen,
coming now.
I was like, if there was ever some pussy I ever said I was nervous about, it is yours.
That bitch leaking like a sieve.
Man, look,
Calendar.
look,
Concubine.
Man,
calendar,
listen.
And gift card. That's it.
listen.
We need
Hey,
a boy.
listen.
We need a boy.
Hey,
Oh, wait,
check
wait.
this out.
Hey, Titty
This is
Milk.
gonna be a part 2. Because this conversation can go
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of different
because there's a
avenues.
lot of different aspects to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Next
different
episode,
lanes.
child support and what should be done with it.
I came late and it's
And
a bunch of
Sugar-
shit I ain't say yet.
And Sugar Tits always speaking on behalf of the women, and she gonna always ask the questions that
She
we
a
don't
girl
want to
girl
fucking
for
hear.
sure.
Sugar Tits?
She's thorough about it, but we fuck with her about it too now. But
Get your
listen,
CSE gift
don't
card.
get it wrong. Ain't no bullying in this room. This is healthy conversation, and this is what we on here to do. If you ever see anybody come in here that come with the bullshit, please believe they won't be back. This is not one of those podcasts.
Hey, can I come back though?
Yeah, you can come back, bro.
You're telling the truth.
Because we don't do the arguing shit. We don't do the that extra shit. We don't do that talking down to people, shitting on people. So we're going to have conversations. And that's what we're on here to do. We want to find conflict. We want to find resolution. We're not looking to just throw a conflict out there and just let that bitch lay. But, hey, look. For everybody tuned in, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Gift
sign
card.
out.
Oh, yeah. Big
Everybody sign
lots.
out.
Big lots. Colanders 50% off.
My ass hurt. Fuck that.
Or just poke a bunch of holes in something.
I've been seeing too long. My ass hurt.
It's your girl, Pam.
Pause.
Have a good night.
Pause.
Big stays.
You signing out, nigga.
Oh, sign. Hey, I love
This nigga
everybody.
about to say signing out.
I almost did. Come on, God.
Tell them where to come check you out at.
Oh, hey, this E, man. Y'all come check me out at Connor's. If you're tipping 15%.
15% or more.
If you're not tipping
If not,
15%,
they're kicking you out at the door.
please stay your ass where you at. Hey, y'all, let me say this too. For black people, when y'all go out, it is expected that you tip gratuity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all messing up the flow. A lot of our cousins messing up the flow for a lot of people. And now I really do understand why a lot of people don't like to serve black people. Because black
Facts.
people ask all this shit, ask for everything.
Wings
and they
fried hard,
do
only flats.
not
Send it
tip.
back.
I want only flats. Oh, it come with this. Can I get that? Let me get this.
Bro,
my
And
shit
then
burn.
don't tip shit.
Bro, you ain't
Some of us do.
I'm gonna come with my $2 next time.
Hey,
bro.
hey, let me tell you this. God honest truth. I had a motherfucker that ordered his meal alone, his steak alone was $69. He got the prime Del Monaco ribeye off the featured menu. Not off the regular menu, off the featured menu. It was 5 of them, a family of 5. What they bill was $240 some odd dollars, right? Damn. When it got time to tip, that nigga said, "Hey, bro, hey, it ain't much, but it left some on it was $8." That nigga said, "It ain't much." I said, "It sure ain't." But bitch, this is how I feed my family. And this is how everybody in this industry feeds their
I
family.
used to be a waitress.
And so
I
now
always
when
tip.
you do this shit, I hate that it was me, but I'm glad that it was me and not one of them white folks, because the word nigga would have came out their mouth real quick. And how I defend that shit.
You don't tip me.
Public
I'ma fuck-
service announcement.
You don't tip me. I'ma fuck your old lady.
You know I'm gonna try.
With the collar.
Give a
with the collar
tip
to
or you
comp.
gonna give it a tip.
Hey,
Collar to comp.
that is a shirt.
I see what you did there. I see what you
That
did
is a shirt, and guess what? I'm doing it for homecoming. Anyway, this is Mr. Tony T. 305.
It's your boy John in the building. I can't deal with this shit. All right.
Too late. We
Gift
here.
card. Gift card.
Hey, you know what Trav look like? That nigga look like MC Hammer from the Pumps in the Bar video.
Slash CB4.
Hey, bye.
That's it. That's the end of it.